Hey everyone, it's Kristen. So for Wednesday, we had a stat card. Yay. You know how much I love stat cards. So Iron Fist. So I thought it'd be fun since, Iron Fist, Power Man, they're a duo, to compare his stats to Power Man. Which it's funny how Power Man is pictured on his stat card with Iron Fist. Um, and I find it interesting that Iron Fist has he doesn't even have a hashtag. Um, so the last two videos I've, you know, hashtagged him in, nothing shows up. Like usually when you hashtag characters like Power Man, you'll get like 3,000 videos on like 100 and something channels, or Marvel is like 4 million videos on like 150,000 channels, that sort of thing. Iron Fist, you hashtag him, nothing. Like literally nothing. The closest thing is Iron Fish, which I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, there's no hashtag for Iron Fist. Like apparently he's not popular, like at all. Which to me is weird considering he's been around since 1974, and he's been, a duo with Power Man for so many years, and he's had his own mini series, and he's been in cartoons. Like I really liked him in Ultimate Spider-Man. Power Man was in that too, when Peter Parker was kind of like a shield trainee. I thought that was a fun cartoon, fun show, kind of a different take on Spider-Man. Yeah, I thought, you know, Iron Fist in that cartoon was fun. He had his own Netflix show. Granted, out of the Netflix Marvel shows, that was not the best one. But he was really good in the Defenders. Like that was a really good series with all of them in there. But anyway, even with all that, being a part of comic books since '74, and having his own Netflix show, being part of cartoons and games, and having all these miniseries, being a duo with Power Man, Heroes for Hire, nothing, nothing. Like I was very surprised. Like I need someone to explain to me why that is, why he doesn't even have a hashtag. Like that just kind of baffles me, because he's a well-known character. I mean, he's not like you know, for example, Bartok the Leaper. He doesn't have a hashtag, but I don't expect him to. I kind of expected Iron Fist to have a hashtag. Anyway, that's my little rant. If someone can explain to me why he doesn't have a hashtag, I will, I would like to know. So anyway, and yeah, some of his stats actually surprised me. Like his intelligence is 5. I didn't realize he was that smart. I mean, honestly. I just didn't. Strength 4, that kind of surprised me too, but I guess when, he uses, oh, it's Dazzler. She's gonna go sleep in her tray. Like I showed you in that little behind the scenes video, or the picture with her in her tray. That's what she does when I'm doing a video and she decides to get on the table. That's where she is. She's asleep in her plastic tray. I don't know why she loves this tray so much, but she does. So I just leave it on the table all the time, just in case she feels led to get in it. So yeah, sorry, intelligence 5, strength 4, speed 5, which I was a little bit surprised by it. Durability 5, which again, a little surprised by. Energy 2, okay. Skills 7, that is the highest you can get. 7, wow. Okay, and for Power Man, his intelligence is 2, so normal intelligence. Strength 4, which surprised me that he and Danny have the same strength. I assumed Power Man was stronger. Speed 2, okay, makes sense, normal, like human speed, I guess. Durability 6, I expected him to be more durable than Danny. I didn't expect Danny to, have a durability of 5, though. Energy 1. That makes sense. No energy based powers at all. Skills 4. So he's a, he's a pretty good fighter. But yeah, Danny, skills 7. Wow. Very surprising. And for Thursday, we have Vision and Iron Man, Captain America. We'll see half of Captain America, and Miles Morales there. And then for today, we have Odin, and it just tells you, kind of a little bit of his backstory. The most powerful of all of the Norse gods. He rules over, he's protector and rules over the 9 realms of Asgard. For eons, although of course with the introduction of Angela, technically it's 10 realms, but they don't always talk about that. I've talked about that when I talked about Odin and Angela. He says, though made ageless and nearly invulnerable by the Odin force, the half-blind Odin has nevertheless perished in battle many times, only to return when most needed. I laugh because it's the whole comic book death thing where they die, but of course they don't really die. He's died at least 3 times that I can remember and come back. And so then for the stamps, we're in the recap stage of the stamps. So for Wednesday, we have 49 through 56, and that is Odin. Oh, we just talked about him. Black Panther, Bucky, and this is actually Winter Soldier Bucky, but Bucky Barnes, but this is Bucky, like as in not Winter Soldier, because the stamps were in 75, and he didn't become Winter Soldier until like 2000s. Quicksilver, which... and then, the Grim Reaper, which is Wonder Man's brother, Shauna the She-Devil. That's pretty timely, considering that 3-pack with her and Rogue and Sauron went up today. It was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive pack, and it went up on Hasbro Pulse today. And pretty much sold out in minutes, because if you had a premium membership, which I think it's $50, and I think I want to say for a year, that would make sense. $50 a month seems really steep, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have a premium membership, and if there was any left over after the hour of premium only orders, then it'd be open to everyone else. Yeah, I didn't even try to get it because I knew it would be gone in minutes, and it was gone in minutes. So I'm like, oh well, I don't need Rogue. As much as I love Rogue and as much as she's my favorite, I don't need her that badly. And I don't want to pay like aftermarket prices where, the 3-pack has pretty much, it's going to double. I mean, or at least close to double. I would venture to guess it's going to be at least 150, 160 at least. Anyway, sorry, just very timely. Medusa, Rawhide Kid, which I happen to have, a couple of those comic books, which, during that stamp, I showed you one of them. Vulture, the Mandarin, the Golem. Oh, and so when I said the Mandarin the other day, it was Baron Mordo, and I was just looking at it and just thought Mandarin for some reason. I don't know. My bad. Kazar, makes sense. Red Ghost. He was in the new Fantastic Marvel 4 movie, which I haven't seen. But I know he's in it because you see apes, primates, in the trailer. So I know he's got to be in it. The Plunderer, which is Kazar's brother. I'm sorry. Every time I say that, it just makes me laugh because, I get it, like plunder, like a pirate, but then to call yourself the Plunderer, it just sounds awkward. And of course, their last name is Plunder, so, Submariner and Sith, which I'm sad that this calendar is falling apart. You can see that this page just came out. But, it is what it is. It's not going to stay together, but I'm going to try to keep all the pages together at least so that I can, put it back in the box and store it like that. Iceman, obviously, that's going to be my favorite out of this bunch. Obviously. General Ross, Cyclops, Son of Satan, Damien Hellstorm, Marvel Girl, which, like I said, this was 75, so Jean Grey was still called Marvel Girl, and Sue Storm was still called Invisible Girl. Like, her stamp says Invisible Girl instead of Invisible Woman. Super Skrull, The Vision, and Lizard, which I find it interesting that Vision and Quicksilver got a stamp, but Scarlet Witch didn't get a stamp. I feel like that's because, of course, she's made more of an impact in modern times, more modern days, because this was 75. I mean, almost everyone knows the whole M-Day, No More Mutants thing, so I feel like, yeah, she's, of course, and now she's been in the MCU, so obviously she's more well-known and more popular now, but yeah, it's interesting that she didn't get a stamp back then. And since this came out, I'll show you even closer. And yeah, this one did too, so sad. Like I said, I'm still gonna try to keep this all together so that I can, you know, keep it together and still look back on it. So for the next video, it's gonna be stamp 73 to 96. So yeah, we're almost done with this too. And then, like I said, I'm not sure, since we still have, you know, this much more, I'm not sure what else this is going to be, honestly. So yeah, I guess we'll find out together. I hope you join me in the future for more videos, and until next time, bye.